into the Shadow Realm. There are rumors that an abandoned fortress overlooking the valley is home to a stable gateway which leads to a shadowy forest where ghosts and specters roam freely among the trees. If Hattori can fend off the dark spirits and other inhabitants of this forest of the dead, he may be able to seek out the spirit of Unchi and ask for forgiveness. Hello and welcome back to the adventures of Hattori Hanzo. Let's take a look at how Hattori has progressed since our previous episode. After leveling up to level 5, he now has 27 in health, 18 sanity, 235 experience, and $1,115 in gold. Let's join Hattori Hanzo as he attempts to find this forest of the dead. Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Adventures of Hattori Hanzo, Season 2. Today we will be doing Into the Shadow Realm from the Forest of the Dead adventure book. Our mission goal is to find a gate that leads to the cold, fog-laden woods of the Forest of the Dead, and explore the mossy paths and crumbling stone ruins there. Once in the Forest of the Dead, the heroes must find 2 clue icons to have explored the area and successfully complete the mission. Some special rules: all gates lead to the Forest of the Dead. All gates in this adventure will lead to the Forest of the Dead, even gates found in the Forest of the Dead. They lead to different parts of the world. Any fortress clues will add a gate. Any clue icon that Hattori finds in the fortress automatically has a gate in that room, in addition to any other doors. Place this gate before placing other doors. Without further ado, let's hold back the darkness. 7 is good. Rolling for movement. 4. Holding back the darkness. 6 will fail. Rolling for movement. 3. Just moving forward 1 to look through. And we have found a courtyard path. There is no advanced encounter for this room. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway and 2 encounters. Let's see which way the doorway will be. Doorway's right here. Our first encounter: Shadows Beyond Death. Deep shadows fill the dark corners of the room as the lantern's flickering light plays across the columns and walls. Pressing forward, you get the sense that you're being watched. What was that? Movement in the dark. You are not alone. Make a lore 6+ test. Hattori has 2 for lore. He is unsuccessful. We are going to use our rope to roll 2 extra die for the skill check. Again, we need a 6+. Fantastic! First roll is 2 1s, second roll is 2 6s. If successful, a Kitsune Spirit Guardian steps out of the shadows, handing you a small object before fading back into the light. Draw 3 gear cards, choosing 1 to keep and discarding the rest. Pretty cool. So we have the choice of a Fortress Lantern. Whenever the hero carrying this lantern looks through a door, if a passage map card is drawn, every hero may recover a grit on the d6 roll of 5+ each. So that's option 1. Our other gear card horsehair mustache. Attached to any clothing hat or clothing face item, +1 max grit. Whenever you use grit, you could recover a grit on the d6 roll of 6+. That's option 2. Our third gear pull is Rune of the Yamabushi. Use 2 Darkstone to attach to any item. Bonus, your attacks are +1 damage against myth enemies. That one will be option 3. Well, we don't have any available upgrade slots for this horsehair mustache. I don't know that +1 damage against myth enemies is of any use to us, really, so I think we will take the Fortress Lantern. Our second encounter, Song of the Shamichurro. A sullen and chilling song echoes through the dark halls. Peering into the room ahead, you see a 3-string instrument sitting upright in the far corner. You watch in horror as the strings pluck and twang by themselves. As you approach, the playing begins to grow faster and louder. Harsh visions of violent death flash in your mind and you struggle against the burning rage building within you. Make a Spirit 6+ test. Before we do this test, we have to roll to see if we get to keep our rope. On a 1 or a 2, we lose the rope that we used on the previous skill test. And we no longer have the rope. Hattori's Spirit is 3, we need a 6+. And he is successful. Gain 20 XP as you resist the call of vengeance. Holding back the darkness. 7 is good. Rolling for movement. 6, nice. Hattori will look through, and he has found the cross passage. Holding back the darkness. 9 is good. Rolling for movement. 6. Which way should we go? My God, what was that? Did Hattori just see the spirit of his fallen companion? Maybe we should head in that direction. Hattori looks through, and he finds the audience chamber. We do have an advanced encounter for this room. Harsh Judgment. The glowing spectral form of a ghostly samurai warlord appears on the balcony overlooking the room. Standing in judgment over all who enter his castle, his eyes come to fall on you with a burning rage. Make a Spirit and Cunning 6+ roll. We have 3 Spirit and 3 Cunning. We are successful. For each 6+ rolled, gain 10 XP and draw a loot card as he judges you worthy and bestows gifts upon you as a guest in his fortress. Alright. Let's see what loot we get. First loot is blood money, D6 times $25. $25. And our second loot card, sack of gold dust, $100. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway, 1 encounter. Let's see which way the doorway will be. Right here. Our regular encounter, wet footprints. Glistening in the light, you see a set of wet footprints on the floor before you. Pausing to examine them, you hear the sound of someone barefoot running away just ahead. Racing down the hall, you try to catch them before they get away. Make an agility 5+ test. Hattori has 3 for agility. He is unsuccessful. If failed, you follow the footprints further than you intended. Draw a new map card and place that tile on a random exit from this room. Place your hero in a space of that tile closest to the center. If it is a room, place an exploration token on it as normal and they immediately reveal it. Looks like we followed them to the bell tower. Revealing the exploration token. We have a gate. A clue icon, which would just add a gate, but we've already got one. And an encounter. There is also an advanced encounter for this room. Our advanced encounter is tolling of the bell. A hefty temple bell thunderously rings out, shaking the wooden timbers and echoing in your ears. The haunting ghosts of the fallen monks sense death once again approaching this place. Make a spirit 6+ test. Hattori's spirit is 3. He has failed. Let's use our grit. We still fail. It is already too late. The darkness immediately moves forward D3 spaces on the depth track. The darkness will move 2 spaces. That will give us a darkness card. We're going to use our family crest personal item to cancel that darkness card, whatever it would have been. Our normal encounter, Twisting Shadows. A movement in the shadows catches your eye. Cautiously, you take a step toward it, focusing your eyes to make out any hidden attackers in the dark. Make a spirit 6+ test. Again, our spirit is 3. We are successful. Gain 15 XP, and you may recover a grit as you face down the unknown. There he was again. Let's hold back the darkness. 5 will fail, getting us a darkness card for real this time. The darkness card we have pulled. Watch out! Every hero must roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. On the roll of a 2, draw another darkness card. On the roll of 3 or higher, the hero takes a number of hits equal to that roll. We're adding a Growing Dread card to the stack. Rolling for movement. 4. Holding back the darkness. 6 will fail. Rolling for movement. Going to look through the portal. And on the other side, he sees a long passage. Let's hold back the darkness. 8 is good. Rolling for movement. 2. We are now in the Forest of the Dead, which is a shadowy realm. Let's hold back the darkness. 10 is good. Rolling for movement. Only a 1, but we do gain a grit. Holding back the darkness again. 5 will fail, getting us another Growing Dread card. Hattori will attempt to defend his 2 horror hits, defending on 4+. Ooh, defends them both. Very nice. Rolling for movement. 6. Hattori will look through, and we have found a wooded path. We need to add D3 decayed trees. So we'll be adding 3 trees. First tree will go on number 1. The second tree will go on number 2. And the third tree, number 3. There is no advanced encounter for this map tile. Let's reveal the exploration token. 1 doorway and 1 encounter. Let's see where the door will be. Straight ahead. Our encounter is Gleam in the Rot. A gleam catches the light out of the corner of your eye, buried in the husk of a rotten tree. Pulling back the bark and gooey moss, you reach through a sticky hole in the trunk. You can almost reach it. Make a cunning 6+ test. We have cunning of 3. We are not successful. Let's use a grit. We are still unsuccessful. If failed, your hand is savagely bitten by something deep within the tree. Take D3 wounds, ignoring defense, and gain a bleeding marker. We do have armored gauntlets and armored boots, so on the roll of a 4+, we can ignore the bleed. No, we still take a bleeding marker. How many wounds will we be taking? D3 wounds. 3 wounds. Let's see if our armor helps us at all. We have armor 4+. We block 1 and take 2 wounds. Well, that was a little intense. Let's hold back the darkness. 5 will fail. This is not Hattori's night. I think he's off his game, still saddened by the loss of Unchi. Going to spend a grit to remove the bleeding marker. Rolling for movement. 5. Holding back the darkness. 5 will fail again, getting us a darkness card. The darkness card we have pulled is Death in the Shadows. Roll a d6 for every Ashiguro ally, basic or advanced in the hero party. On the roll of a 1 or a 2, that Ashiguro immediately rolls for a gruesome fate. If there are no Ashiguro, instead, ambush attack. Draw a low threat. We will be getting ambush attacked by a stone lion. We are now level 5, so we will be facing brutal enemies. The stone lion is a variant of the temple dog. They have Fear 3. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 3 horror hits. They have a brutal bite. Temple dog to hit rolls of 6 will do an extra brutal bite hit with damage equal to 2 times the hero level. Stalking their prey, Temple Dog initiative is equal to the hero party level. Also, on the first turn of an ambush, Temple Dogs are double their current combat. They are immune to critical hits. Because they are a Stone Lion variant, they have Stone Skin. They gain keyword Construct. They are immune to burning markers and any damage from an attack using a fire item, spell, or ability. They have a movement of 8. Can escape on a 4+. Their melee to hit is 4+. They roll 3 combat that do 5 damage each, though they will be rolling 6 combat in this first ambush turn. They have 4 for defense and 15 health. Let's hold back the darkness to begin this fight. Double 2s. Double 2s in the Forest of the Dead trigger Dark Dread. Things are looking more and more bleak by the moment. Draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. The Stone Line will go, rolling 6 combat in this first turn, hitting on 4+. He scores a Brutal Bite and a regular hit. Can we defend the Brutal Bite? Defending on 3+. Yes. Rolling for defense on the regular hit. Defend that one as well. Let's use a Fire Sake. Gaining D3 Fury. 3 Fury. Rolling Hattori's 4 combat, now hitting on 3+. Two hits. Using his last grit to re-roll those 2 misses. One more hit. Also healing 1 wound with his Lotus pattern. And we need to defend his 3 fear hits. Defending on 4+. We defend 1, taking 2 potential sanity damage. He does have spirit armor from meditating at the Sacred Garden. His spirit armor is 3+. He defends 1 and takes 1 point of sanity damage, losing his spirit armor. Rolling on his 3 hits. The Stone Line has a 4 for defense, so each of these rolls will be -4 to the roll.